if I touched your lips, and then you hear a woman go, I got thrown through a window, and you're like,
What the? What's going on, the Nova Squad? My name is Nova. Welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be watching this one special called Dan Soder. Well, I'm sorry, it's actually by Dan Soder. This special will be called On the Road. So I'm actually pretty excited to actually watch everything because I've actually had I was told by a lot of guys that said it was a masterpiece and then it was hilarious. Excuse me. And then some of you guys actually were watching it several times, so I'm actually excited to actually watch it. So yeah, without further ado, here we go.
I want to be fun dumb. You ever seen people that just have it where they're just like, you ever seen someone with the right amount?
Tony, I'm sorry.
Where you're like, damn, you have it. It's all green lights for you. That's what I want, dude. Turn the lights down, just barely, just one more. Turn the lights down one, not two. I don't want to be so dumb I can't live alone. I'm not. I'm not trying to burden a family member, but I just want to enjoy. Like, I would love to walk in a room and see a Fast and Furious trailer and be like, they're going faster. Like, fucked up. Like, how?
How?
Hot people get to be pretty dumb.
Not
so
to a certain
hot.
extent.
Hot people get to say dumb shit and we're just like, yeah, right? You know what I'm talking about? They're like, do you want to go dance in the rain? And you're like, God, you're a free spirit. If an Uggo said that, you'd be like, shut up, you wet dog. No. It's pouring outside.
A wet dog's crazy.
Hots know they get to say some stupid shit. Because they know if you disagree with them, all they have to do is touch you. You ever been touched by a hot? You'll buckle immediately. You go, actually, I don't think that's right. You should look that up. And they go, no, it is. And you're like, I want to write you a poem. I'll kill for you. About 10, 12 years ago, I dated a woman, very whimsical. She was very whimsical. And I never disagreed with her. And one time we were leaving a diner in Queens, and we were going back to my apartment, and we had to go over an overpass over the highway. And we got to the top of the stairs of the overpass, and she looked back at me and she said, don't you ever feel like running? And then took off.
She on drugs, bro.
I've never felt like running. And she did the whole, like, across the overpass, down the other side, gone. Couldn't find her.
On that speed, I'm telling you.
Terrifying. She was gone. I legitimately could not find her for 5 to 10 minutes. One of the most terrified I've ever been in my life. Because I was like, she's dead. And there is zero chance the NYPD is believing my story.
Right.
Showing up being like, let me get this straight. You got to the top of the stairs. And this woman said, don't you feel like running? Yeah, we got him.
Right.
Right. Fucking kill her.
You be under the jail, bro. I'm telling you.
But I was jealous because she would always, like, you know, she was comfortable naked. That's got to be cool.
Could be.
That's got to be so cool. Hot people, man, they get to just fucking enjoy it. They just get to have sex, come, and then be like, what do you want to eat, babe? I've never had sex without at least once being like, what is this? Who are you right now? This isn't you. You're a silly goose.
Silly goose.
And I'm sitting there being like, yeah, fuck yeah. Do you ever make a noise during sex and in your head you're like, what was that?
Yeah, plenty of times.
I hate it. I talk shit to myself all the time during sex. I'll be like, oh, that feels so good. You're like, oh, does it feel so good? Does it feel so good? Shut the fuck up. Shut up, you idiot. You're sweating all over this poor girl. I thought that was going to calm down the older I got. It turns out it just gets worse. I'm 40, and it's not, I turned 40, was worried, but it's not bad. It's actually fun. Well, not all. It's harder to poop. But I'm less horny, and it's kind of nice. It's finally quiet.
Oh, your head.
Since puberty, I've been dragged behind my dick like it was a runaway horse. You know? See big titties, and you're like, ah! And now things are more settled, you know? But I like it. I think that's why men are all messed up in our teens and our 20s, is because we go from being little boys to creeps. Overnight.
Overnight.
You know? One day you're just like a little boy that just wants to talk about dinosaurs to anyone that'll listen. You know, you're just cornering your parents' friends like,
Did you know the Stegosaurus was from the late Jurassic period and was a herbivore?
and you wake up the next day, you're like, I want pussy.
Whoa.
All I want is pussy.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'm 40 and I'm back to loving dinos, and it's great.
Okay.
A lot of good work being done in the paleontology world. Now, I still like sex, but if we're being honest, at the age of 40, you know what I like more than good sex? Good sleep.
Yeah. You need that
If my
sleep,
fiance was like, do you want to sleep for 9 hours uninterrupted? I'd be like, ooh, you fucking slut. Get over here. Ooh, I'm going to hold you.
I'm gonna hold you.
A blowjob? What is this, 09? I'm trying to stuff a pillow in between my knees.
Right. Shit. I did
That's
that
how you
every
get
now
sex
and then.
noises out of me at 40. Put that pillow there, I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my hips are lined up. Oh. It's easier to navigate when you're less horny. Life is just easier, you know, Instagram, way easier. I still look at butt models' pictures, but now it's just
Same,
to read
man.
the comments. It's my favorite thing on social media. Comments on sexy photos. See some big oiled up butt outside of Miami. 413 comments. You're like, let's rock and roll. Because immediately it's just dudes being like, Mia Bella. Hard eye emojis. Or you see the guy that's like, I hope you had a great day today. You're like, ew. That's the horniest shit I've ever read in my life. Did you type that with your boner, you weirdo?
Oh, I hope you had a great day.
I bet. Go come and then come back with that same energy.
Oh shit, I'm coughing too much.
I like Instagram because it'll tell on your friends for being horny.
And on X too.
Instagram will be like, look at this fat ass. 35,000 people liked it. And Jeff. And you're like, Jeffrey!
And Jeff. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you.
'Cause that's what happens. When you get too horny, you get in trouble. That's just, as a man, if it breaches the horny level, you're going to do something stupid. I almost lost my fiance during COVID. Not even to the virus.
Oh, to the fucking, oh. Damn.
To a Bluetooth speaker. Yeah, if you've been in this situation, you know where this is going.
I heard that before.
I bought it. I brought the vampire into the house. I bought her a waterproof Bluetooth speaker so we could enjoy music in the shower. That was it. We both loved it. used it, had a great time. COVID hits. We're locked together for 7 weeks. By around week 5, she's taken a pretty long shower. And I was in the living room, and I was like, I could probably watch some adult entertainment. On my phone? What could go wrong? I can't imagine how jarring porn is out of context. 100% out of context, that's got to be wild. She's washing her hair, singing along to SZA. And then instantly it's like,
oh, your phone was connected to the, oh my God.
It's got to be a lot. And I have no idea how that feels. I do know how it feels to watch porn and not know where the volume is.
Exactly. For where? That's so stupid.
That's the one I know, where you're like, what the fuck? This lady looks like she's screaming her head off. Just mushing on that up button, like, give me something, give me anything.
Give me
then
something.
Through the wall, you hear just like, fuck me. You're like, no! No. Even telling you guys that's making my pee hole snap shut.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God, I heard it, and immediately I was like, run. Run.
That's funny as shit.
But I couldn't, because there was a virus in the sky killing motherfuckers. At that moment, I was like, just tell her the truth.
You might as well.
Tell her the goddamn truth. And I went and stood outside that bathroom door. I was like, you're going to tell her the truth. Then that door opened, and I was like, hey, I opened an email, and I... Verbatim what I said. She told me when it happened, she tried to manually turn it down on the speaker, but because I was hitting up...
Oh, God.
It just looked like I was bullying her with porn.
I'm like, you're gonna fucking listen to this shit.
Well, she stayed, thank God. Thank God. We are getting married. I don't like calling her my fiance. I think that's too fancy of a word. I like calling her my wife-elect.
Wife-elect? Is elect?
Lets her know, I'm like, you got the votes, but you haven't been sworn in. I wasn't...
no
policy changes quite yet. One of my best friends just got married. All my friends are married and got kids now, but my best friend just got married in Guatemala and invited me to really test the friendship. Test
the friendship? What happened?
Sorry, but you're two whites from Colorado and you're going to make me go to Guatemala? I was worried we were going to have to do those photos that white people love to do where all the groomsmen have to subtly act like we want to fuck the bride in all the photos.
Oh, my God.
You know which one I'm talking about? Where, like, she has her leg across 4 of us and we're all holding a piece with our sunglasses down, like... Are we about to gangbang this bitch? Or a photo where, like, she shows us the wedding ring, like, I'm not a whore anymore, and we're like, what? But there's none of that.
I haven't seen those
Instead,
in a while,
they did a drone photo. That was the big one, and that was, like, the thing they're like, all right, guys. The wedding DJ was like, time for the drone photo. Gonna jump and point. I was like, no. Like, count of 3, jump and point. And I watched all my friends be like, I don't want to do this. And then that countdown hit. It was like, 3, 2, 1. Corniest shit I've ever done in my life. And easily the most privileged thing I've ever done. Because usually in a third world country, when a drone shows up at a wedding.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Why would you say that?
A lot less jumping and pointing, a lot more running and screaming. It's fun. It's a fun joke.
It's terrible though. dark as shit.
They're happily married. That was a good wedding to go to. I'm a child of divorce. Clap if you're from a divorced family. Yeah, that sounds about right. Usually when you're under 10 and your parents get divorced, they tell you it's not your fault. They love to say that. It's not your fault. But that's the please drink responsibly of divorce. You know what I mean? You know when beer companies are like, drink all night, please drink responsibly in case you fucking kill anybody. That's why parents do it, in case you grow up to be a psycho. And then they're like, I said it wasn't his fault.
I told him to.
My parents hated each other. Hated each other. No internet.
Oh, so yeah.
Went all through me.
That's dark.
My mom lived in Denver. My dad lived in San Francisco, and I would travel between the two cities like a little shit-talking messenger. Show up in the Bay Area with a scroll.
I bring news from the Rockies. Patricia says you're a drunk. A loser. A liar.
Go home 2 weeks later.
I told him, Mother.
You got a black
He
eye.
says, good luck getting child support.
Oh, God.
I mean, you got to respect the guy. He never paid a dime. Got to respect the stat line. It's true. He never paid her child support. And in the United States, in 1997, the United States enacted the deadbeat dad law, which meant if you didn't pay child support, you were going to jail. My dad died in 1997.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Buzzer beater! He Indiana Jonesed her, dude. He slid out and grabbed his hat. He was like,
Oh, my God.
good luck with that big-headed weirdo. My mom hated my dad. My mom hated my dad so much, she dated my dad's ex-best friend. Also my godfather.
What?
Yeah, it was a little bit of alcoholic Hamlet going on. They used to get shit-faced at dinner and just talk shit about my dad. They'd get blackout and be like, he's a fucking loser. And after a while, you know, you're like, well, he's my dad. Start being like, well, he's pretty good at catch. They're like, how do you know? You're like, damn it. Damn it.
But 40.
I hated my mom's boyfriend, man. He was so mean. He'd get drunk. He'd call me stupid because I'd speak incorrectly. He'd be like, you're a fucking idiot. You're going to grow up to pump gas. That's what he'd always say. You're going to pump gas. You're like, yeah, Joe, like 2 states do that.
Right.
Learn your insults. Who's the idiot? And I couldn't. Here's the thing. He never hit me. He never fucked me.
What?
Sorry, made love. I didn't have a case on him. Verbal abuse wasn't a thing in the 90s. I couldn't go to my guidance counselor at school and be like, I have a problem at home with my mom's boyfriend. And they'd be like, what's going on? Does he touch you? Does he hit you? You're like, he just kind of owns my ass at dinner every night. It's just like a mean roast every night. Now, he did something worse than hitting me or touching me. He joined a 50 and over swim league. Masters. That means Speedos.
Right.
These are men over 50 swimming competitively.
Yeah, and
So every Saturday morning in the winter, they'd wake me up out of my warm bed, and I'd have to go sit in an indoor pool, fully clothed. I hope none of you know that hell.
yeah, it's really cold.
The smell of chlorine, and you're just sweating in your pullover starter jacket. Then you got to watch a guy that hates your dad and is currently fucking your mom. You got to watch him just cut through the water like a dolphin. To this day, Best swimmer I've ever seen with my own eyes. It was insane. First time I watched him swim, it took my breath away. First time I watched him swim, I was like, well, I won't be fighting him in the water.
That's just so sad how...
I gotta take this guy out on the land or in the air.
I'll take a little one.
Do you know how bad it hurts to have someone talk shit to you and then put on swim goggles? He's like, yeah, your dad's a fucking loser, and that pool's wetter than your mom. All right.
What? Why'd you say that?
I hate you, Joe. I hope you're drowned.
Oh my gosh, man.
I'm such a people pleaser. I tried to get him to like me my whole life, and I hated him. That's what sucks. If you're a people pleaser,
Man,
it's one of the worst things because you oftentimes try to get people to like you that you don't even like, and it sticks with you your whole life.
Nah.
I think every American is afraid of being in a mass shooting. I'm specifically afraid of being the guy that accidentally lets the shooter into the building. All it would take is a guy going, hey, door's locked.
Hey, you gotta
That's it. I'd be like,
too.
oh, I got you. Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
5 minutes later, it's like, I'm like, I'm sorry!
I'm so... No, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I thought you worked here! As is, I just do dumb shit. I try to do good stuff, and it always goes wrong. I tried donating money for a while. That's stupid. First off, donating money is the most American way to help. Just giving money and being like, you do it. I'm waiting for an Amazon package. But one time I read this news article about this guy that got locked up in Rikers Island for a non-violent crime, and he ended up dying in there because he didn't have bail money. And I read that, and I was like, that is so fucked up. I should help. So I started donating to this place called the Bronx Freedom Fund. And I gave them money to help non-violent criminals get out of jail. And I felt so good. I was slapping my own back. I was like, I'm so good. Then an article came out that the Bronx Freedom Fund released a non-violent offender, turns out pedophile, went to Queens, got a kid. My bad.
What?
Month later, another article came out that the Bronx Freedom Fund let out another nonviolent criminal. He was schizophrenic and beat 4 homeless people to death in their sleep.
Jesus Christ.
I read that, I was like, am I funding crime in New York City?
Right.
I'm just the worst Batman villain of all time.
It is I, Batman, the donator. I have been releasing pedophiles and murderers.
Nah, bro, you crazy as hell. You trying to...
This is how dumb I am. I wrote him an email. I go, can I get a refund? It's like, that's not how this works. I don't know, man. That's one of the things that makes me feel older is I get nervous about technology where I was never nervous about it. You know, I get like scared by technology. Because we were the first, you know, if you're near the age of 40, we were the first generation to have the internet. Remember how mean we were to our parents? Remember that? They'd be like, I sent an electronic mail. You're like, it's email, you dumb bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Don't pick up the phone when I'm on the computer.
Shit, funny.
And then now there's shit coming out that scares me. I was like, oh, what? It's AI? I was like, so the Pope wasn't wearing a puffy white jacket?
Yes. That is
It took me a week to learn that wasn't real. Of course, it's crazy. I don't have TikTok on my phone. I don't have it. My fiance has it on her phone, and she shows it to me like I'm her fucking grandpa. She really does. She shows me TikToks, and I'm like, oh. And those dogs are friends? Oh, I like this one. TikTok's wild, dude. If you go on there, you see some crazy shit. There's a whole trend on TikTok. I'm making none of this up. There's a whole trend on TikTok right now where people are self-diagnosing themselves autistic. No doctor.
Really?
Not one medical professional consulted.
Is that recent?
It's just them, to camera, right down barrel. They have motivational music playing, and then they put text above their heads that they point to in like a real smug, shitty way. They're like,
Oh, I hate that, man. Golly, I swear. Oh, I hate that so much. Oh, God.
and it's all regular shit. They're like, I used to be afraid of large crowds. I thought I was socially awkward. Turns out, I've been masking my autism for 27 years. I'm autistic.
I hate those videos, man. I really do.
What if we only use the word retarded for those people?
I'm down with that, for real.
That's it.
I'm down with that. It's so damn cringy, man. I'm telling you.
Never for anyone with a disability or anyone with a special need. Just anytime someone is like, yeah, I'm self-diagnosed autistic, you can be like, oh, you're fucking retarded. And they'll be like, yeah, because they're full of shit.
Yeah, that's just...
It's crazy they do that because that's the one good thing about the internet is you can prove people wrong instantly. You ever done that? You ever Googled something in front of your friends and be like, look, how good is that feeling? Oh, it's the closest I've gotten to slam dunking. It's just be like, that and shutting an elevator door on someone. That is such a good feeling. You shut that door, you're like, I got into an argument with a younger comic. He's in his mid-20s, and I was telling him about the music that came out after 9/11. I don't know if you were old enough to live through 9/11, and you didn't forget.
He looking right at the camera's crazy.
Ooh, let me catch you forgetting. But the music that came out was bonkers. For 6 months after 9/11, all that came out was just like hyper-aggressive country music. Which makes sense. They were getting us ready for war.
Yeah.
But every song that came out was like, step on up and we'll kick your ass. And we were all like, ah! Toby Keith was just printing money.
I heard it was
He made so much money, he opened a shitty restaurant chain. But radio stations, back when they actually were powerful, radio stations did this thing where they took, I don't know if anybody remembers this, they took Enrique Iglesias' song, Hero, and then spliced news footage from 9/11. Clap if you remember that. See? I'm not making this up.
It sounds familiar.
What a lot of people don't know is that Enrique Iglesias wrote the song Hero trying to fuck Anna Kournikova.
Really?
So it's a sex song that they put 9/11 audio.
Oh my, really?
Once you know he wrote it for that reason, go back and listen to that. You can tell how horny he is in the song. When he's like, let me be your hero, baby. It's just him being like, please touch it, please.
God.
Please touch my penis.
I hope it goes
And
to
then
hell for that
randomly it's
shit.
like, the second tower has fallen. It's fucking wild. And I found it on YouTube. Because of this disagreement, I found it on YouTube. It's crazier than you remember. Go look it up. I'll give you a time marker. 53 seconds
53 seconds? Oh, I bet.
into the video. It's a clear sexual lyric. Enrique Iglesias goes, would you tremble if I touched your lips? And then you hear a woman go, I got thrown through a window. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? And we put that out like that's for the first responder.
Oh, no. No. Oh my God.
I don't know, man. It's
So
just
bad.
the older I get,
You
I
are
just keep
insane.
being like, I'm losing touch, and I still want people to like me. It's insane. We just moved from New Jersey back into New York City, and we were living in Jersey, and we had all these like 10 and 11-year-old kids in our neighborhood, these little river rats, just riding their bikes around and cussing. I wanted them to like me so bad.
No, bro. Not everyone has to like
fucking
you.
bad. Then they
God,
caught
man.
me talking to my dog, and that's
Yeah, exactly.
a wrap. You don't come back from that. I don't talk to my dog in a regular voice. I don't know what kind of fucking psycho does. Who's out there being like, are you ready to go outside? There she is. There's my snuggle bug.
Nah, bro.
No, you gotta be like, look at you, fatso, what are you doing? Oh, I can't wait to get home to her. When I see her, I'm gonna scream into her neck fat. I'm like, where did you get all this? Where are you allowed to have it? You ever love on your dog and catch them being annoyed with you? Like,
Yeah. I miss my dog, man. Kuma. Yeah, she was a.
before I
little
left
massive.
yesterday, I grabbed her by her head. I was like, I love you. And you could feel her being like, okay, all right. Push it back. You ever love your dog so hard you wonder if you're special needs? You're like, this is a lot.
I never felt that
You guys are
before.
gonna catch me on TikTok being like, I thought I loved my dog.
Nah.
Turn down, I'm retarded. I love her. Fuck, I love her. Dogs are awesome. They're proof we dominated the animal kingdom. We took a predator of ours and gave it anxiety.
Yeah, right.
That's so awesome.
Well, wolves aren't really related to dogs, though. I don't know.
We made wolves afraid of the doorbell. They used to hunt us in packs, and now we're like, I'm gonna dress you up like a fat little bumblebee. And like, you know, living in a city, she took a dump, and I bagged it up, you know, showed it to her, as one does.
Why would you shake your dog?
Like, look what you did! You did it! And then I just heard this kid behind me go, this guy's talking to his dog! Like that. I was like, fuck! God, I wanted them to like me. Because they're funny. They're just 10-year-old kids that ride their bikes and they cuss. Kids cussing, especially when they don't know the word, because I'd hear them cussing sometimes. I'm like, you don't know what that word means. That's like one of the best parts of growing up, is finding out what cuss words mean. Just ripping one and being like, no, okay, that's bad. When I was 8 years old, I walked in the kitchen and my mom and my older cousin were having a conversation. And my cousin goes, yeah, it's not like I got a blowjob from her. And my mom goes, don't say that in front of the kid. 8-year-old me immediately was like, that's my new catchphrase.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was sexual. I legitimately thought it was a real job. I was like, if Andy's saying it, this has got to be cool.
This guy.
So immediately I'm like, well, I'm going to go down the street and tell my friend Eric. He's got to hear about this. So I rode my bike to Eric's house. What I didn't know was that his sister was having her 10th birthday party. Yeah, it's going right where you think it's going.
Right.
There was a 10-year-old birthday party in the backyard. Parents, kids, everybody. And I came around the corner and just screamed out, what are you, giving out blowjobs? Like a tiny little swinger. Was this a key party, or? I thought it was gonna kill. I thought everyone was gonna be like, who's the big kid?
Who's the big kid?
Instead, I just felt Eric's dad violently grab me by my upper arm. You ever get picked up when you're a kid and you're like, oh, okay.
Have I?
You
I
know?
don't believe so.
Your feet start touching, you're like, oh, yeah.
I don't believe I did. I was just.
I liked
too
Eric's
big a
dad,
kid.
too. He was like, you know, he was a good dad, and good dads are always nice to kids without dads. They always loved it. That's why they're always assistant coaches. Good dads love to take a kid without a dad and be like, keep trying, young man. But in your mind, you're like, fuck off, guy. That was the first time I ever saw him mad, and he was legit mad. He sat me down in the kitchen, and he's like, where did you hear that word? And I just matched his energy. I was like, I'll never fucking tell you.
You matched energy?
You saw him be like, all right. This kid's from a volatile household. And he just tried to first 48 me. 20 minutes, he just kept being like, you told me you can go outside. You can go back to the party. At one point he put a soda down. He's like, you like Orange Crush? He kept saying, he's like, who said that? Where did you hear that word? And I kept saying the same thing. I was like, I can't tell you. Because I'm not a snitch. But he kept being like, who said the word blowjob? And I was like, I can't tell you. Now, if you're a man and you're raised by a mom, you know as a little boy you have feminine energy that you're unaware of.
Yeah. I've seen or heard it before.
So by like minute 20, I'm standing there like this.
Oh, no. I swear.
He's like, where did you hear it? I'm just sighing. I'm going, I can't tell you.
If my son did that, I would smack him.
Then I saw it in his head. He was like, oh, this kid doesn't have a dad. I'll just dad on this kid. And he really did the whole thing. He was like, I wish you would tell me. And if you ever want to, I'll be right here. Fucked me up. Oh, it got me. I was like, I just left. I just remember leaving and riding my bike home like, what's this guy's problem with blowjobs? Because I had no idea what he was talking about. And then I grew up and I learned what a blowjob was, and I thought back to that moment and I was like, oh no. I might have unintentionally ruined a guy's life. I'm pretty sure my best friend's dad thought I was being sexually abused by my mom's boyfriend. Because he was like, where did you hear the word blowjob? And I was like, I can't tell you.
God, imagine that.
And then I just rode my bike home like. Meanwhile, he's going to bed every night like, we gotta do something, Martha. That's Eric's friend, we gotta do something. No abuse, zero abuse. I was just 8 years old out having a cuss.
Having a cuss.
I really did blow an opportunity. That should have been the moment where I'm like, it's Joe. Joe makes me suck his dick. Fight him for me, please.
Fight him for me, please.
Just not in the water. He'll kill you in the water.
That's funny.
So last summer, I'm out walking the dog, and I hear those kids on their bikes, and I hear the nerd of the group first. I just hear this kid go, stop cussing. And then I hear another kid go, shut the fuck up.
God damn.
I'll suck your cock. I was like,
yo, no.
That little boy doesn't know what he's saying.
Yes, that was you.
That little boy has no idea what he's saying. And if he does, then he knows himself better than I've ever known myself. Portland, you were a lot of fun. I really appreciate this shit.
That was funny, man. That was
Thank you guys very much.
That was good. That was good. Okay, so y'all, that was the special On the Road by Dan Soder. Oh, man. Okay, so a few things. One, I'm not really sure if I actually heard this guy before, but if I have, I might have heard it like briefly or whatever, because I thought I had his name written down in my notes where I usually actually do my notes. Well, I also do notes. I mean, like where I try to do the next videos that I'm trying to, pump up for you guys. But man, that was hilarious. But yeah, anyway, so what I was trying to say earlier on in the video is like, you don't need to please everybody, man, for real. I mean, as a kid, I understand because you want to be like popular, known, whatever and such. But like, man, I stopped being a people pleaser when I was like in my 20s. Well, I'm still in my 20s. Well, while I was 20, Jesus Christ, I am butchering this whole outro. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, because like it's tiring, and you don't need to have everyone as your friend. But yeah, that was funny, man. That was funny. I really did enjoy it. I hope you guys did too. Anyways, you guys really enjoyed this reaction today. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Let me know in the comment section down below what you to react to next. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, my name is Nova, and I'll see you guys next episode. Peace!